NartOutHere showing off CSGO pro tricks. First we have interz on train at Ivy at the beginning of the round holding this small crack angle after making sure no one comes out T-con. He's gonna spot 2 players and mollies, however team 1 already pushed through and kills him. Him holding this angle here reminds me on Nuke when CTs are holding secret with the smoke. Unfortunately this doesn't work out, but nonetheless good idea. This is the Dust 2 hinge smoke that many players throw. Chelo has a variation I haven't seen where he's crouched inside the doorway, aims at the bottom half of the circle on the doorframe, and then right click. With either way that you're throwing this hinge smoke, make sure you back away from the door right away because CTs know where you're throwing this smoke and can spam the door. As you can see, it's a good smoke to deny the CT's mid vision. Fnatic get long A control on their T side Dust 2. After JW clears car, they're gonna get him into pit by run boosting after flashing. It's a clever way of doing so, and you can see how much speed he gets, which would make it hard for the CT AWPer to hit. Keep in mind that you don't want to do this with low HP, as JW loses 11 HP doing so. YEKINDAR smokes Ivy from double. It's a super easy lineup and very useful. While on the floor next to double standing, aim in the middle of the line, then jump throw. qikert with a useful top stair smoke at B, while crouch next to this orange crate, aim below this lock, then jump throw while crouch. The smoke bounces off the wall and lands top stairs. Malta tries coming through the smoke and gets killed, while the rest of his team waits behind the smoke. qikert has a flash near default. He's gonna get on top of this orange cone, positioned with the beam, aims here, and then he'll left click the flash when Buster, who is at danger, calls for it. The flash is gonna blind Malta stairs. It's gonna net an easy kill for Buster. You'll also see here qikert's gonna smoke top stairs. The top stairs smoke that he throws allows Buster to fall back safely. However, look how aliStair is able to jump over to danger and surprise qikert coming around the corner. Just keep that in mind if you do throw the smoke. Again with qikert here, showing you a fancy way to molly danger while being on top of the planks below danger. He's going to run and jump throw off the wall, which bounces the molly into danger, pushing back INS. aliStair with a wallbang top ladder towards mid on Jame. You see here he's crouching in space next to the door. He will spam this wall towards the upper middle part and tag up Jame for a lot of damage. Then he stands up and spams in the same area and kills him. From Jame's POV, he's going for a mid peek early on, and all of a sudden he gets shot through the wall, but decides not to wallbang aliStair and gets killed. Buster's got this insane lineup for a Dust 2 ramp molly on short. He aims at this white mark on the wall, then without moving his mouse, he's gonna move until he's at the box while crouch. He uses the white towel on the Molotov to cover up this mark on the wall, then he will left click while crouched still. The Molotov forces INS out of position and damages him as well. JKS with a nice HE nade towards the area between logs and brim on banana. He gets on top of emo and goes towards where the blue bins are, aims above the orange line, then run and jump throw as he hits the bottom of the door. The nade does about 70 HP to the YEKINDAR players. I've seen OG and Strauss use this nade before, usually after throwing half wall retake nades. OG get long A control on Dust 2. Aleksib throws a mid to B CT spawn smoke from long A. He will get into the doorway, aim here, then jump throw. This smoke can give the impression that OG are doing a mid to B. It keeps a CT mid player or B rotator at bay focusing on mid. The smoke allows your team, the surprise factor as in the pop, to cross the site without alerting your enemies by throwing the standard 2 smokes. This smoke also allows you to see into CT spawn. You won't have CTs running and flashing through smokes. Downside of using this smoke is if you're open from short and CT spawn as you cross the site. Confidence opping on balcony apartment on Mirage. He's gonna throw a smoke towards the chair to the left as bait. The apartment is smoked off. He holds his crack angle and catches Goofy peeking, and then also gets another kill on Jedqr before falling off. The smoke kind of acts like a one-way smoke as well. Next, I'm gonna show you some of the YEKINDAR players' POVs. Hades is holding, and he's gonna see a smoke and relates to his team that apartments is smoked off. This causes Goofy to peek thinking apartments is smoked off and he gets killed. Jedqr pushes up as well behind the smoke, and he doesn't see config and dies. In the same match, YEKINDAR throws a get right, get left, arch, McDonald's smoke, whatever you want to call them. What's unique here is that Jedqr throws the left one from spawn. He stands in this corner, aims above the small antenna, hold A or whatever your left button is, and when you're moving a little, then jump throw. It's like how you throw the window smoke when you're next to the garbage can. You have to hold and move onto the wall in order for this smoke to work. If you just jump throw, it won't land. If you forgot how to throw the other smoke, I'll show you the POV of Ponczek, who positions himself behind the pole to the left, above the stairs here, aims at the top of the right corner, then jump throw. This smokes get right. Whistler uses these lineups in order to fake the early B execute rush, where they send one player out and then come out A instead. Rush with a simple yet effective flash that lands above Secret on Nuke in order to allow blameF to peek. He crouches and aims in this general vicinity, doesn't have to be perfect, then left click. The flash lands and pops right above Secret and blinds Hades. blameF peeks from Secret stairs and kills him. Hades, who is scoped in, doesn't have a chance to dodge the flash, but let's see it from a different perspective. Let's say we have a rifler going across Secret. Here's what the flash looks like. There's no way he dodged this flash. Before we go on, I want to take a quick segment to talk about my Discord server. The link is in the description box as well as comment section. I post a new video every day only available to Discord members. We see here Complexity Mirage B split, Dignitas Train Re Outer Execute, Astral's Vertigo B Execute, and Astral's Overpass Monster Pop. Join the Discord and gain an advantage over your opponents with everyday uploads from myself only available to Discord members. mantuu throws a top mini molly at the beginning of the round to stop either L or diagonal smokes that bounce off of top mini. He runs past the CT red and is on the left wall. He's going to aim towards mini, then jump throw. In this round, the molly stops one of C9's L smokes and it leaves a gap. He will get info that a player crossed the red and it also forces C9 to use another smoke. In a later round, mantuu throws the same top mini molly and one of C9's smoke get caught in it. mantuu spots a player outside and ISSAA the mini player kills SE-Tag since there is no smoke to block off his vision. In my previous trick video, I didn't have much Nuke and I wanted to include more, so in this video, although this flash is quite old, it's still a unique flash due to the lineup. It's for CTs that are holding on ramp. The flash that SE-Tag is throwing is used for when you're smoked off ramp. This is one of the more common spots that CTs hold, and it covers this angle. Let's say ramp isn't smoked off. A similar flash from Alex by hugging the wall here and then aiming at the light, then left click. We have Alex with a knob going for an early pick yard. He gets boosted onto his blue box here and he kills mantuu credit card. mantuu wasn't expecting Alex to be peeking from top blue. It's a nice off angle peek from Alex. C9 on CT pistol against OG stack ramp with 3 players with Alex being one of them. He will flash for his teammates, however the flash he throws gets stuck in the door frame and doesn't blind anyone. MBK is the entry fragger here and he doesn't get flashed at all. Here's my version of the flash. Stand behind the sign, aim slightly below the top corner, then left click throw. I'm sure you could find a flash that lands right below the door frame, but I didn't want to waste too much time doing so. Big Clan run a similar CT pistol set where they stack ramp with a player headshot, 100 boost, and tiziaN towards hell will be flashing in front of headshot. XANTARES makes contact at headshot and gets the first 2 kills. tiziaN with a follow-up flash that blinds the rest of the MIBR players trying to come out ramp and get shut down from syrsoN. As you can see from XANTARES' POV, he gets the first 2 kills, the follow-up flash comes from tiziaN, and then syrsoN picks up the rest. One thing to note is from syrsoN's POV, you do have to dodge the flash. Unlike XANTARES, I don't think you do have to dodge it because it lands below the box. Here's what the flash will look like. Bolts comes around the corner, gets instantly blind. Alex has a flash for trophy to allow his teammate to peek. He positions himself here, then aims at the bottom of the pole and then jump throw. We see the flash blinds Valde, but he's able to fall back. C9 nade stack default on the A bomb site on their CT pistol against OG, and it nets them a kill and stops the plant. Let's look at the lineups. SE-Tag will position himself with a 4th stair from the top, then he aims here and then he'll left click. I'm not going to show the whole round, I'm just going to show the lineup which is here. If a jump up smoke comes in, as long as you don't move your mouse and have it lined up, all you gotta do is left click when you hear the bomb plant. mezii is gonna position himself with the rail, then he'll aim above the crane here, and then he'll left click. SE-Tag is gonna wall bang NBK through the jump spot wall at the beginning of the round. There's nothing more satisfying than getting a kill like this. On the other side, it's gotta be very frustrating to get killed like this. I paused the video to show you where he's aiming at. Most of the time, CT's molly short pipe right away. ISSAA's going to delay the molly short pipe. After throwing it, he begins to spam the jump spot wall. The spam alongside the molly will kill 2 players. The reason why ISSAA delays the molly is the base C9 thinking that there isn't a molly, so they don't have to smoke. Xeppaa puts away his smoke, then the molly comes in alongside the spam and kills 2. Aleksib with the flower smoke near fountain. If you want to learn more about why teams are throwing this smoke, watch this video I linked up top regarding Big Clan. To throw this smoke, you'll position yourself with the black pole, and then do you see this single strand? Aim at the top of it, then jump throw. With this smoke, be aware that someone can play on top flowers. It also leaves a gap towards the right side of flowers, so be aware of that as well. Mezii's got this cool trick nade he throws, jumping off the bench at the beginning of the round and nading towards stairs. He uses it to avoid showing himself so he doesn't get picked off. I'm not going to show you how to throw it. It's something you do want to practice because in the same match, mezii does mess up the nade. Another cool nade mezii throws towards stairs without exposing himself is by jumping on top of the garbage can and then aims around these leaves, run one step and left click. Alex from mid flashes boost for his teammates to clear. He will be on top of the stairs, aims at the top of the pole, runs a couple steps and jump throw. Here's what the flash will look like if a CT is playing behind boost. Completely flashed. Alex smokes CT spawn from palm tree. He's standing with his back touching the wall behind him. Looks like he leaves a little bit of the tunnel to be seen, and then aims here and takes 2 steps and jump throw. This smoke does leave a gap in front of the boost box and CT spawn, just be aware of that. Floppy with the Xbox smoke while running down suicide. Unfortunately for him, he's gonna get pushed and killed by ISSAA mid. To throw this smoke, you're aiming at this area here, then before you hit these 2 white rectangles, you left click as you're running. A lot of teams have been having one player run down suicide and smoking B doors from catwalk while 4 players rush B. Here Xeppaa aims at the top left of the building, but not at the cat ears. As long as he is somewhere mid catwalk and aims here, the smoke will land outside doors, but does cover it. When you're mollying to clear behind mid door and dust 2, it spreads to where it won't allow you to come through the door unless you take damage. Well, SCTag has a molly that he can throw to clear behind door without it spreading to allow C9 to walk out. He is crouched aiming at this mark on the wall, then aims here and left click while crouched still. C9 will walk out door without the molly spreading to them. Unfortunately for them, Aleksib is in spawn and he spots and kills mezii, but Xeppaa is there to trade. Had he not been there, C9 could have possibly snuck out mid for free and possibly catch OG by surprise. OG are retaking A on dust 2 and ISSAA throws these flashes that land inside the window. It will force the short players to look away or else they'll get blind. Your CT teammates coming up ramp look towards short and it won't blind them. On the same topic of retaking A on dust 2, qikert is going to throw this mid ramp smoke from CT. The purpose of this smoke is to allow him to not get shot from short as he comes up from spawn. You'll have to walk through the smoke, otherwise there's a gap to the right which would expose you to short A. glaive has a set molly he throws to slow down the enemies to cross into secret if they throw the standard 2 smokes or diagonal smokes. He'll get behind to the left of blue, aim top right of the vent, while standing left click. This molly is so much better than seeing a lot of players wing the molly, as you can see the coverage and spread the molly has. Next up, acoR has a trick shot onto device who is in Big Garage. Just kidding, it's just acoR spamming through the vent hoping to get lucky onto a player mini. However, his shot luckily connects with device who is surprised by it. Sticking with acoR, this time around on Inferno, mouse are on eco against the straws, and acoR has a good spawn for Banana. He will buy a Zeus and get to half wall. He hears glaive jump spawn behind half wall, and acoR comes around the corner and Zeus him. He's able to retrieve an M4 and mouse later go on to win the round because of acoR's Zeus play that nets him an M4, which you'll see him get a nice 3k while not having armor. Matt just nades the stairs below window at 141. He will position himself between the first and second stairs, then aims above the stairs into the room, takes a couple of steps and left click throw. Unfortunately no one was there. syrsoN's going to clear the close angle by car by jumping off the barrel. Here's what he can see at the apex of his jump. You can see he can spot if an AWPer is holding here, but he can't see car. syrsoN's going to quickly peek car and kill Yell. Keto is going to nade Marshmallow through the roof window from Raptors opposite of Mustang on the upper bomb site. He breaks glass, aims here and then left click throw. Unfortunately no one is holding there this round. We've seen this run boost a lot recently and it works well if you know a team is defaulting on Overpass, which usually there's only one player towards B, and commonly by the barrels, which Simple takes advantage of by boosting over to the other side of Monster and getting close to Monster Pipe to peek NAF at barrels. From Naf's POV, he can't spot if Simple got run boosted over. flamie is going to smoke short A ledge from T spawn. He stands in this corner, aims top right of this building, and then he will walk forward until he hits the black line, then jump throw. The smoke can be used to get early short control. EliGE mollies apartment in the beginning of the round to prevent the halls push an apartment CT setup like the one I covered here with FaZe. To throw this molly, you position yourself here, then aim at the top left pot. You'll run and left click the molly when you hit the ledge. Following molly's apartment balcony from mid, I'm surprised this isn't done more frequently because of how often this position is played by the CTs. I don't know the percentage, but you could always expect a CT either in pit or balcony. You'll line yourself up before the door. You see this square on the wall here? You're going to cover it up with your lighter. Once it's covered up, you'll run and jump throw once you hit the first wire. So now I'm going to throw the balcony. Super easy bracket smoke coming from Grim, stands in front of their bench, aims at the top right corner of the white mark, take one step, and jump throw. This is not a new flash, but it's so useful and Stu has a really nice round with it. He's in the corner of first oranges, aims here, he will left click when he hears Navi running up. This flash pops off second oranges and Stu gets a nice 4K. You can see how blind the second and third players are from Navi. Liquid on Eco boosts on top of coffins. They would be able to see over the coffin smoke. Unfortunately Navi don't throw one, however the boost still nets them a kill. Another boost Liquid uses is to see over the B-split smoke. This is going to net EliGE a kill into Electronic. Here's a one-way smoke Grim uses Graveyard. He will underhand the smoke on the third stair from the bottom. The smoke also gives him room to work around. He gets the first kill into Bit apartment, and the smoke gives him cover from long to jump into Pit. Navi had players coming around from long to A, however they're not going to be able to see Grim because of the smoke. Art throws his mid smoke stairs on overpass that leaves a gap to the left, hoping to get lucky by catching someone crossing. Unfortunately it's not going to net him a kill as nobody from VP crosses. Coming out of spawn in the beginning of the round, Keserato is going to smoke out the CT short pipe molly. He stands behind garbage, aims here, then jump throw. Here's a cool trick from YEKINDAR who is at map jump spotting bathrooms. Jame is bank watching long with an op. YEKINDAR spots a player at bathroom. I pause a moment he does and you can spot Art through the slight crack here. Once he gets the info, he'll stop jump spotting. He's going to go towards long and then Jame picks up bathroom and mid. I'm not going to show the rest of the round here. Art with a lurk one-way smoke for A site thrown from bathroom. He uses the smoke as cover in order to get the headshot where there's a one-way towards bank. He waits for his teammates' names before going through the smoke and making his way into sight. Before throwing the smoke, Art's going to clear his close angles to the left. Then he falls back to throw a smoke. He's going to line himself up with this wall here towards the middle and then aim about right here on the wall, then left click throw. After smoking, he mollies truck, then he gets a headshot and he's going to jump up to where he can see bank as well as jump up. He waits for the X cube before coming through the smoke. We don't really get to see the smoke fully in use here because Versus Pro doesn't have anybody on site. So I'm going to skip the rest of the round here. Next up, Dexter is going to throw this one-way smoke on platform on Vertigo. He aims at this area here at yellow, takes one step and left click throw. The smoke allows him to peek over into ramp. Gambit's going to actually fall back so we don't get to see it in use and get a kill. Here's what the smoke looks like from ramp. Astralis is going to go for an early aggression play towards halls with Xiphnics pushing ramp with a good spawn and Device flashing from top train. Xiphnics catches SCY with a molly out as well as him getting blind from Device's flash. To throw the flash, Device gets on top blue, moves up before he hits a yellow bomb train, aims here, then left click throw as Xiphnics is heading up ramp. A lot of times your B default player mollies upper at the beginning of the round and that requires a jump over the rail where you're prone to getting flash and push. One way to deal with this is by throwing a smoke instead of mollying upper. The smoke can be thrown from up top so you won't get flashed by CTs. Keep in mind that the upper opper can still push through the smoke. Here in this round, Spirit tried boosting, but Xiphnics gets the better end of it. Here's Jame going for an upper peek, however Astralis smoke him off. He's gonna fall back afterwards. Just keep in mind that they can't push through the smoke. Chopper's gonna smoke connector towards B from garbage while his teammates rush out upper. This is a variation of the VPB rush I have, which you can check out here. Astralis also uses this shred that Spirit are currently running, where they rush out upper instead of ramp. To throw their smoke, Chopper gets inside this corner, aims at the fence here, then jump throw. Keep in mind the smoke will allow the CTs to rotate from connector to back B. Buster with a mod to clear close left coming out of tunnels. He positions himself with the edge of the left pillar, then aims here at the wall, and then without moving his mouse, he will move into the corner and then left click throw. The molly burns NAF and forces him out of position. So this is going to be the end of the video. If you liked the video, please upvote and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. Till next time, NartOutHere. Peace.